Welcome to You're Not Broken, Just Rewiring, a free audiobook podcast by me, Glenn Ostlund. Chapter 2, The Tip of Whimsy and the Painter of the Cosmos. Is it just me, or does the universe sometimes feel like a master artist with a very weird sense of humor? Like it knows exactly what it's doing and still throws in a glitch just to see how you'll respond. One moment you're flowing, the next your plans collapse. Your chest tightens, your intuition flickers like a bad Wi-Fi signal. You were certain, and now you're sideways. And something in you whispers, wait, am I still being painted? Maybe, like me, you were raised in a religion that once felt like home. It gave you structure, identity, purpose. But lately, you get headaches during Sunday service. You snap at people you love. You sit in the pew and feel gone. You can't name what shifted. You only feel that something did. Or maybe you followed your passion, went to school, studied what lit you up. Everyone said, that's brave. But now, you're out, and you don't know what to do with that spark you studied. You wonder if you were naive, if there's a place for your voice, if you mistook calling for competence. Or maybe it's a relationship. You love them, but fear whispers in every silence. So you speak in half-truths. You flirt with honesty, then retreat. Years pass, and you realize you've both changed. The bond has bent, and you ache with the question, why didn't I say something sooner? Even the thought stings. These aren't malfunctions. They're brushstrokes. Moments when life turns, suddenly, confusingly, heartbreakingly, away from what you thought it would be, not to punish, but to paint, not to break, but to shape. And when you zoom in on the moment, all you see is the form, confusion, dissonance, withdrawal. But if you step back and ask, what is this doing for me? You begin to see function, not flaw. The painter behind the curtain. Imagine this. There's a great painter. Some call it God. Some say the universe, or nature, or consciousness with a pulse, or the quiet intelligence humming behind your breath. I like to call it Leonardo Determinist Vinci. Equal parts divine artist and cosmic engineer, a master of structure and soul. Whether you picture that force as a singular intelligence, an emergent rhythm of matter interacting with itself, or the mystical choreography of cells, neurons, and electric longing that makes your brain interpret these words right now, the name doesn't really matter. The feeling really does. Maybe it's a being. Maybe it's a pattern. Maybe it's a presence so intimate you've mistaken it for your own thoughts. The distinction, like most binaries, is form. What matters is function. Because whatever this creative force is, it's been at work for a long, long time. And it's good. So good, in fact, that perfection became predictable. Galaxies rendered like brushstrokes. Gravity played like a cello. The formulas always worked, and that, in a way, became the problem. Predictability became boring. So, Leonardo made a change, a subtle one. He granted agency to the tip of his brush for the sake of delicious surprise. The arm still paints with exacting precision, sweeping through space-time with deterministic grace. But at the very tip of the brush, freedom, just a flicker, a patch of unpredictability, a locus of play, a shimmer of felt sense agency that allows the bristles to move left or right, or to push hard or to go soft, to improvise texture, variation, life, within the larger flow. The choreography still holds, but now there's a dancer inside the dance. This is the tip of whimsy. You are the bristle, not the painter, not the brush, the tip, the part that wiggles, the part that feels, the part that, for reasons it can't always explain, leans into something uncharted. But let's not skip over this. The brush, your body, your nervous system, was shaped long before you held it. Life imprinted you. Not metaphorically, biologically. Your earliest environments formed the architecture of your breath, your immune system, your beliefs about safety, patterns etched below language, below memory, patterns that feel like just the way I am. And in some ways, they are. That's form. But the tip, the shimmer of awareness inside those patterns, it's function. The part of you that can pause and ask, is this reaction still mine? Is this defense still serving me? Can I stay here and breathe, even if I can't fix it yet? That's the tip of whimsy. And it doesn't need to override your patterns. It just needs to witness them without flinching. That's enough to begin changing them. Whimsy is functional. In neuroscience, this shows up as prediction error. The moment your brain realizes that what it expected isn't what happened. Your old model glitches, a flicker of uncertainty, a burst of dopamine, a jolt of attention, a chance to rewire. In therapy, we call it a corrective emotional experience. In meditation, it's the space between thoughts. In trauma healing, it's the moment the threat doesn't arrive and your body updates its belief. It's not a breakdown, it's a breakthrough. Discomfort here isn't dysfunction. It's your nervous system adapting in real time. It's the painting evolving. You can build a whole life from the blueprint of defense. You can survive, succeed, excel at whatever form the world rewards. From the outside, everything might look functional. But if you zoom in, sometimes the system that wins is the one that went numb. The one that buried its grief so it could outperform its pain. And even that is brilliance, a masterpiece of adaptation. But eventually, something stirs. A whisper from within. This isn't me. This isn't it. There's more. And for the first time, you stop painting what you know and let the brush show you something else. A spiral returning. Remember those 3 stories? The headaches and crankiness in church, the post-grad grief, the relationship with silent regret. None of them felt like clarity. They felt like a glitch. But what if that glitch was the brush landing? What if the ache was the beginning of alignment? Not loudly, not all at once, but faithfully. You don't have to transcend your pattern to meet yourself. You just have to pause long enough to see it. That pause is your shimmer. That shimmer is the tip. You are the brush and the bristle, the canvas and the composition, the glitch and the gift. You're not here to recreate the pattern. You're here to tilt the design, to turn form into function, reaction into response, survival into signal. And the paint? Still wet, still alive, always interacting with the canvas that breathes, that listens, that evolves. You're not broken. You're rewiring. Always.